Create sheets using Plan Production tools. After completing this video, you will be able to create view frames, create sheets from a view frame group, and describe what controls the sheet layout, viewports, and data displayed in the viewports. Let's begin with view frames. A view frame acts like a window that defines what portion of your alignment will be shown on a plan and profile sheet. To create the view frames, you'll go to the Output tab, Plan Production panel, and click Create View Frames. This will bring up a wizard that allows you to select which alignment you want to create view frames for, and then click Next to set the style of sheet that you want. The template that you select here determines what title block, how the viewports are placed, and what sheet size they will be placed on. So you'll need to select whether you want a plan and profile sheet, a plan only, or profiles only. I'm going to select my plan and profile sheet. Then I'll select which sheet template I want. When I click the ellipsis, it will allow me to go and browse for a different drawing template. Then the layouts that are in that template will show up here. These determine the sheet size and the scale of the viewports that you create. So I'll click OK. And next it asks how you want to place those view frames. If you want to place them along the alignment, they will rotate with the alignment just like the sample shows. If I tell it to rotate to north, north will always be straight up, but you may end up with some sheets with very short alignments on them. I personally like to rotate them along the alignment, and I do set the first view frame to start at least 30 feet before the start of the alignment. Then I'll click Next and tell it what view frame group to create. I'll give it a name, give each view frame a name, and set the view frame style and its label style, and decide if I want to see that at the top or the middle or the center or the bottom. Then I'll click Next and tell it exactly how I want to create the match lines. The match lines will tell the reader what sheet to go to for the sheet previous to the beginning of this alignment, or the next sheet to go to at the end of that sheet alignment. I can add additional distancing for repositioning the alignment if I should need to, and I can set the labels for those match lines, setting the style for each and setting the location. I personally like it to be at my alignment intersection so that it doesn't end up outside of the viewport. I'll click Next. And this is where you'll set the profile view that you'll use and the band set. When you click Create Frames, it will create the view frames for that sheet, those sheets, along with the match lines. You'll notice that the match lines don't have the previous sheet number or the next sheet number yet. That's because they'll be created once we actually create the sheets. Now that we have our view frames and match lines created, we can go ahead and create the sheets. So back on the Output tab, Plan Production panel, I'll click Create Sheets. This will bring up another wizard that will allow us to select which view frame group we want to create sheets for. And do I want to select specific view frames, or do I want to have all of them added? And as it creates those sheets, I can decide if I want one layout per drawing, or if I want all the layouts in the current drawing or in a new drawing. Next, I'll decide the sheet name and decide if there's an arrow in that title block that can be rotated as the sheet aligns to north. I am going to choose my north arrow and click Next. Since this is a new project, I'm going to add my sheets to a new sheet set, but you can add them to an existing sheet set as well. Then click Next and decide how you want the profile views to be oriented. Do you want the alignment and profile to be aligned at the start of that alignment on the page? Do you want the centers to be aligned, or do you want the endpoints to be aligned? I'm going to select mine to be the center. When I'm ready, I'll go ahead and create my sheets. It's telling me I must save the drawing before I can proceed. I'll click OK. It'll save the drawing. Now it's asking me where I want my profile views to start. I'm going to zoom over to the right-hand side and place my profile views to the right of my alignment, because it's going to pick the bottom left corner of that profile to set my sheets. Then I'll close that dialog box. You can see the sheets that it created, and it opened the Sheet Set Manager that I can then use. To see my sheets, I'll go to one of the sheets in the layouts. So I'll go to Sheet 1, and you can see my match line is hidden. If I'd like to turn off the match line mask, I can go and do that with the layers or with the styles. Additionally, you'll notice that in my viewport, my profile is not showing very well. I may need to adjust what I'm seeing in the viewport. So if I select that profile view, then I can go to the Profile View Properties and set the elevations. Instead of my height being 1.43, I may need to put that at 10 and apply it. And you can see it changed it. I'll click OK. And if I need to modify what I'm seeing, I can unlock that viewport and pan it down to see more of my profile view. 10 might be too much. I might need to set it at 5 instead. So let me lock that viewport back up. With the profile view selected, I'll go back to the Profile View Properties and change the user specified height to 5 and click Apply. That looks much better, and by applying it, it automatically split the profile where it started going out of the profile view, and then adjusted the next view of that profile view down and continued my profile view.